What if I told you that the secret to transforming your life isn't hidden in some distant future, waiting for the perfect moment or a stroke of luck? What if it's already in your hands, right now, in the way you live this very day? That's right, your daily routine isn't just a schedule. It's the blueprint for your destiny. Most people drift through life, hoping for change, but never designing it. And that's where they lose. But you're different. You're here because you're ready to take control, to build a life that doesn't just happen to you but answers to you. In this video, I'm going to show you how to master your days with a system so powerful, it turns ordinary routines into extraordinary results. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll have a step-by-step plan to design your days and, with them, your future. But here's the catch, you've got to act. So, let's dive in and make today the day you stop wishing and start building. Ready? Let's go. Part 1, The Power of Your Day. Your day is your life in miniature. That's not just a catchy phrase, it's a profound truth. The way you spend today is a snapshot of the life you're building. Not next year, not in a decade, but right now. Success doesn't arrive in a single, dramatic moment. It creeps in quietly, hidden in the choices you make from sunrise to sunset. The original idea here is spot on, life doesn't come in chunks of years or decades. It arrives one day at a time, and each day is a chance to lay a brick in the foundation of your future. But let me add my take, most people miss this because they're too busy chasing big wins, million-dollar deals, viral fame, or overnight transformations. They overlook the small, unsexy actions that actually move the needle. Think about it. If you waste today scrolling mindlessly, skipping your workout, or procrastinating on that project, you're not just losing a day. You're voting for a future of regret. But if you nail today, stick to your plan, learn something new, show up for yourself, you're casting a vote for a life of purpose and progress. Here's why this matters, small actions compound. One good day doesn't change your life, but 365 good days. That's a revolution. Imagine stacking just one intentional day after another. By the end of a year, you're not the same person. You're stronger, sharper, closer to your goals. And it all starts with understanding that today isn't just another 24 hours. It's the raw material of your destiny. Action step, tonight, before bed, write down one question: if I lived every day like today, where would I be in a year? Answer it honestly. If the answer lights you up, keep going. If it scares you, it's time to rethink your routine. This simple exercise forces you to confront your habits and sets the stage for change. Part 2, The Morning Advantage. Let's talk about mornings. The original script nailed it. The first hour of your day sets the tone for everything else. It's like the opening scene of a movie, if it's weak, the rest feels off. But if it's powerful, you're hooked. Your morning is your chance to take the wheel before the world starts pulling you in 100 directions. My personal insight: mornings are sacred because they're the one part of the day you can control. Once the emails, calls, and chaos kick in, your time isn't fully yours. But those first 60 minutes, they're yours to design. I've seen this in my own life. When I started waking up at 5:30 a.m. to journal, stretch, and plan my day, everything changed. I wasn't reacting to life anymore, I was directing it. The original idea of finishing your day on paper before starting it resonates deeply. It's not just planning, it's declaring who you're going to be. Here's how to make your mornings work for you. First, wake up with intention, set an alarm and stick to it. Hitting snooze is the first compromise you make with yourself. Don't start your day with a broken promise. Second, feed your mind, read 10 pages of a good book, something that challenges or inspires you. Avoid social media or news, they clutter your focus. Third, move your body. Even a 10-minute walk or stretch wakes up your energy and builds discipline. Fourth, set your priorities, write down your top 3 goals for the day. Not 10, not 20, just 3 that matter most. My take: don't overcomplicate it. You don't need a 2-hour morning routine to win. Start with 15 minutes of purposeful action. The key is consistency, not perfection. Over time, these small morning wins stack into a powerful identity shift. You start seeing yourself as someone who shows up, and that changes everything. I once worked with a friend who was stuck, overworked, overweight, and overwhelmed. He swore he wasn't a morning person. But I challenged him to try just 10 minutes each morning, 5 minutes of gratitude journaling, 5 minutes of bodyweight exercises. Within a month, he was waking up earlier, feeling sharper, and tackling his goals with clarity. His secret? He stopped waiting to feel ready and just started. That's the morning advantage, anyone can claim it. Part 3, Discipline, not motivation. The original message nailed it: discipline is the true foundation of success. Motivation is like a sugar rush, it feels great in the moment but fades just as quickly. Discipline, on the other hand, is what keeps you moving forward when motivation runs out, when you're tired, unmotivated, or simply not in the mood. From my own experience, discipline isn't about forcing yourself with sheer willpower, it's about building systems. When you create habits that run on autopilot, you take the emotion and decision-making out of the process. Just like brushing your teeth every morning, you don't question it, you just do it. That's how success habits should work. Make them non-negotiable, and over time, they become part of who you are. Here's how to build discipline. First, start small. Pick one habit, like drinking water first thing or writing 500 words daily, and commit to it for 30 days. Second, track your progress. Use a habit tracker, an app or a simple notebook, to mark each day you follow through. Seeing the streak builds momentum. Finally, embrace discomfort. Discipline often feels hard at first. That's normal. Push through, and it gets easier as the habit takes root. I used to struggle with consistency until I realized discipline is about trusting yourself. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build self-respect. That's the real reward, not just the outcome, but the person you become. And trust me, there's no better feeling than knowing you can count on yourself. Action step: choose one discipline today, something small but meaningful. Commit to it for a week. Tell a friend or post it online for accountability. When you stick to it, celebrate the win, no matter how small. That's how you build a disciplined identity. Part 4, Guard your mind. The original script's idea of standing guard at the door of your mind is pure gold. What you let in, through media, conversations, or even your own thoughts, shapes your reality. Garbage in, garbage out. Wisdom in, wealth out. My take: in today's world, your attention is under attack. Social media, news, and even well-meaning friends can fill your mind with noise that distracts you from your goals. Here's my practical spin: treat your attention like a bank account. Every time you give it away, to a negative comment, a mindless video, or a draining conversation, you're spending a finite resource. Invest it wisely instead. Curate your inputs to align with who you want to become. How to guard your mind. First, limit noise, set boundaries on social media, e.g., 30 minutes a day, and unfollow accounts that don't inspire or educate. Second, choose quality, read books, listen to podcasts, or watch documentaries that challenge you to grow. Aim for one mind meal daily. Third, reflect regularly. Journaling helps you spot negative thought patterns and redirect your focus to what matters. I once caught myself doom scrolling for an hour, feeling drained afterward. That was a wake-up call. I started a no phone for the first hour rule in the morning, replacing it with reading or meditating. The clarity I gained was like upgrading my brain's operating system. Try it, you'll be amazed. Action step: for one day, track where your attention goes. Write down every app, conversation, or thought that takes your focus. At the end of the day, ask, did this serve my goals? Use that insight to cut at least one source of noise tomorrow. Part 5. Productivity over busyness. The original script's distinction between busy work and productive work is critical. Being busy feels good, it's an ego boost, but it doesn't always move you forward. Productivity is about impact, not activity. My insight: most people are busy because they're avoiding the hard stuff. It's easier to answer emails or reorganize your desk than to tackle the project that scares you. But real progress comes from prioritizing what matters. How to be productive. First, know your 80-20, identify the 20% of tasks that drive 80% of your results. For a student, it might be studying core concepts. For a business owner, it's closing deals or innovating. Second, time block, schedule your high-value tasks in uninterrupted blocks, e.g., 90 minutes. Treat them like appointments you can't cancel. Finally, say no, protect your time by declining low-value requests. Politely say, "I'd love to, but my schedule's tight right now." I used to fill my day with urgent but unimportant tasks, checking emails, tweaking designs. When I started time blocking my creative work and ignoring notifications, my output doubled. It wasn't about working harder, it was about working smarter. Action step: tomorrow, pick one high-value task that's been on your list too long. Block 60 minutes to work on it, distraction-free. Notice how much progress you make when you focus. Part 6. Evening Rituals. The original script's emphasis on evening reflection and preparation is a game-changer. Mornings get the glory, but evenings are where you close the loop and set up tomorrow's win. My perspective: evenings are your chance to turn experiences into wisdom. Without reflection, you're just repeating the same day, hoping for different results. Evening routine ideas. First, review. Spend 5 to 10 minutes asking, what went well? What could I improve? Write down 3 wins and 1 lesson. Second, plan. List tomorrow's top 3 priorities. Visualize yourself crushing them. Third, unplug. Avoid screens 30 minutes before bed to calm your mind and improve sleep. I started journaling every night, even when I was exhausted. At first, it felt like a chore, but soon I noticed patterns, habits that helped or hurt my progress. That clarity let me tweak my days for better results. It's like having a personal coach in a notebook. Action step: tonight, set a 10-minute timer before bed. Write down your day's wins, 1 lesson, and tomorrow's priorities. Do this for 3 nights and see how it sharpens your focus. Part 7. Habits shape who you are. The original idea that habits build identity is profound. What you do daily isn't just a task, it's a vote for the person you're becoming. My take: your identity is like a muscle. Every time you act in alignment with your goals, you strengthen it. Skip the gym, and you weaken it. The good news: you can start voting for a better you today. How to build identity-shaping habits. First, define your ideal self. Who do you want to be in a year? A writer? A leader? A healthy person? List the daily habits that person would have. Second, start tiny. Want to be a writer? Write 100 words daily. Want to be fit? Do 10 push-ups. Small actions add up. Third, celebrate progress. Acknowledge every step forward. It reinforces the habit and boosts your confidence. I decided I wanted to be a lifelong learner. So, I committed to reading 10 pages a day. At first, it felt trivial, but a year later, I'd read over a dozen books and felt sharper than ever. That habit didn't just give me knowledge, it made me someone who values growth. Action step: pick one habit that aligns with your ideal self. Do it today, no matter how small. Write it down: I am your identity, because I, your habit. Repeat daily. Part 8, Stacking Days, Building Decades. The original script's concept of stacking days to build decades is a powerful visual. Every day is a brick in the house of your life. My perspective: this mindset shifts you from short-term thinking to legacy building. You're not just living for today, you're constructing something that lasts. How to stack days. First, focus on today, don't worry about 10-year plans. Win this morning. Win this afternoon. Let the years take care of themselves. Second, track consistency. Use a calendar to mark each day you stick to your habits. Watching the chain grow motivates you to keep going. Finally, embrace imperfection. Some days will be messy. That's okay. Just get back on track tomorrow. A mentor once told me, focus on being 1% better each day. I thought it sounded too slow. But after a year of small improvements, better sleep, daily learning, consistent work, I was a different person. The math of compounding is real. Action step: for the next 7 days, commit to one daily habit that moves you toward your goals. Mark each day you do it. At the end, reflect: how do you feel? What's changed? Part 9: Designing Your Destiny. Here's the big picture: your days are your destiny. The original script drives this home, and I couldn't agree more. You don't need luck or a big break, you need a decision to live intentionally. My insight: designing your destiny isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Every choice you make today is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. How to design your days. First, plan with purpose. Each night, map out tomorrow. Know your priorities and protect your time. Second, act with courage. Don't wait to feel ready. Take the first step, even if it's messy. Third, stay accountable. Share your goals with a friend or join a community. Accountability keeps you honest. When I started treating my days like they mattered, I stopped feeling like a victim of circumstances. I realized I could shape my future, one choice at a time. That shift, from reacting to creating, changed my career, my health, and my mindset. Final story: I know a woman who transformed her life in her 40s. She was stuck in a dead-end job, out of shape, and uninspired. She started small, walking daily, reading self-help books, and setting weekly goals. Within 2 years, she launched a side business, lost 30 pounds, and radiated confidence. Her secret? She designed her days with intention, and they added up to a new life. You've made it to the end, and that tells me something: you're ready to stop drifting and start designing. Your future isn't out there, waiting for the perfect moment. It's here, in the routine you build today. So here's my challenge: for the next 7 days, commit to designing your days. Wake up with intention. Guard your mind. Prioritize productive work. Reflect at night. Stack those wins, one by one. And here's the deal: I want to hear about it. Drop a comment below and tell me one habit you're starting this week. Or tag me on social media with #DesignYourDays. Let's hold each other accountable and build something extraordinary together. But don't stop there. Subscribe to this channel for more tools to master your life, one day at a time. Hit the bell so you never miss a video. And if this spoke to you, share it with someone who needs a wake-up call. Because the truth is, we rise together. Now go out there, design your day, and start building the destiny you deserve. The clock's ticking, let's make it count.